I like my dad. I love my dad. I love my sisters. I love my mom. I love my dog. And I love being adopted.
Although no more than 2% of Americans have actually adopted, more than 1/3 have considered it.
Why choose adoption? In this video, we will not only give you research-based facts, but we also give you a glimpse into the life of an adopted child who is thriving.
First, let's clear up some common misconceptions about adoption.
1. You have to be rich to adopt or foster a child. This is not only incorrect, but it is an idea that has been detrimental to the number of willing adoptive families in the U.S. The truth is, you don't have to be rich. In fact, even if you are on some sort of financial assistance, you are still able to adopt or provide foster care as long as you have adequate funds to provide for everyone in your family, including the new children.
2. You have to be married to adopt a child. Again, this is not true. In fact, many children actually do great in a single-parent home.
3. You must own a home to adopt a child. Owning or renting your home is not what matters when going through the adoption process. A home study is done, and the main concerns of the DHHS worker is that there are no health or fire hazards and that there is a safe place for children to sleep and play. Keep in mind that a house study will be done by a DHHS worker to decide if your home is fit for foster care of adoption.
Besides the myths you may have heard, you may also have concerns about other aspects of adoption, and that is okay.
Some families state their concern with the ability to love and parent non-biological children. However, studies show these feelings do subside and are replaced with a deep attachment and love for their adoptive children.
You may also be concerned with the behavior of a possible adoptive child. You must be aware that children who are adopted come from all different backgrounds and experiences. Like adults, they have experienced things in their lives that shape who they are today. Many children come into their new families with attachment disorders, trust issues, and behavior problems. If you find yourself in one of these cases, you should seek out post-adoptive services that target these particular problems. However, don't let this worry you too much. Findings from researchers show that these problems tend to see a decrease in their symptoms following adoption.
Future adoptive parents also have to go through a program called PRIDE. This stands for Parent Resources for Information, Development, and Education. This is a program that teaches prospective adoptive parents about neglect, attachment, responsibilities, and support. Most parents who finish this training have a much higher sense of confidence going into the adoption process.
The whole process can often be long and tedious one, especially if the biological parents are still in the process of the termination of their rights. Staying strong and caring for our family and all children involved will not only strengthen your relationships, but it will make the adoption process a much more positive experience. Never be too proud to ask for help. It's out there and people are more than willing to be of support to you and your family.
You must remember that the adoption process includes several agencies and legal processes. However, this is not the main component of adoption. For the lives of adoptive and biological parents, as well as the children, is at the highest level of importance.
Before you decide to take on the responsibility that foster care and adoption both have, you should consider joining a support group where you can hear real-life experiences from families who have already undergone the process. In order to do this, contact your local DHHS caseworker for more information.
Researchers Hamilton, Chang, and Powell have revealed an advantage for families headed by adoptive parents. They have broken down those into two factors. One being that there is a difference in socioeconomics between adoptive families and non-adoptive families. Second, adoptive parents' efforts seem to enrich their children's lives at high rates in order to compensate for a lack of biological ties.
As you can see, being an adoptive family isn't as scary as it may seem. There are a lot of help and support out there for families who are interested. Never forget that by adopting a child, you would be enhancing the life of a child forever.
If you have been thinking about adoption, you should visit the website for Michigan Adoption Resource Exchange, or MARE. On this website, you will find profiles for the 280 children in Michigan who are looking for a home. These are children who you may potentially be able to adopt. If you have any questions or concerns, or are thinking about possibly adopting a child from this page, don't hesitate to contact MARE through this website.
Keep in mind that adoptions are no longer processed by the Department of Health and Human Services and are done strictly within external agencies. However, don't let this stop you from contacting your local DHHS for information of foster care and adoption. They can be an invaluable resource for you and your family.